What is up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast from unknown to unforgettable. Just me today. It's me. My name is Johnny Nitafan. If you don't know, if this is the first time you're tuning in, welcome to the podcast. The reason I designed this podcast is for young entrepreneurs who have a dream, who have hope, who have vision, who want to do great things, who want to change the world, but don't know where to start. And I created this podcast to be able to give a step-by-step process, to be able to bring a ton of value to you guys, be able to provide you with motivation, inspiration, and hope to know that you can do this. You can start your own business. You can become an entrepreneur at a young age. I'm 21 years old, got married about a year ago to my beautiful wife, Bailey. It's just been an exciting journey so far, but in this video, I'm gonna talk about lessons that I've learned in the 6 months that I've been running my own business, and the failures as well as successes, and things that I'm working on now and implementing right now to be able to help just blow this thing up. I'm creating this podcast as well in this YouTube channel so that I can share to young entrepreneurs my journey, how I'm gonna get to the 7 figures a month, approaching 6 figures a month, but the jump to 7 is gonna be huge. And so just the journey that I've been going on, just the lessons, and I'm taking you guys along with you guys. I'm taking you guys along with me on this journey because it's not easy by any means. By any means, it's not easy, but it's worth it. And when you have a dream that wakes you up every single day, that gets you excited to wake up, not that you have to go into a boring job every single day, but literally that you get excited to wake up to attack the day. You're packing your calendar full so you can have the most productive day and literally doing that day in and day out. I think the number one thing is that you gotta have macro patience, but micro consistency. You have to work at a fast speed. You can't let life happen to you. You have to happen to life, if that makes sense. And so the way I've been really going about this is I've honestly let life happen to me. I haven't done my morning routines as much as I'd wanted to. I've just gone to the gym, but not getting my mindset right. And so I go into the day stressed. I go into the day just not a ton of stuff going on, to be honest. It's just, I'm letting all the text, emails, as well as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok just get into my head rather than approaching the day knowing that I'm in control. I've just been out of control. And so it's honestly played a huge effect. People talk about morning routines a lot, but the way that it's impacted my life specifically is that when I don't do my morning routine, I'm not set for the day. I'm not ready to go throughout the day, throughout my day to day. I'm really not. I get anxious a lot easier. I get stressed a lot easier. I care about what people think a lot more, and I'm just scatterbrained. I'm not focused on my main mission, which is to be able to help people help grow their businesses and be able to just explode this thing as a whole. And so I've just been really working on that, because your morning routine, your mindset going into it, if you can dictate the way, literally I'm listening to this Tony Robbins video, and it's an hour and a half. He's talking about how your environment, where you put yourself, can actually influence the way you think. And it's that's crazy. That's awesome, but it's also not at the same time, because if you're not dictating your environment, if you're not dictating and having life on your terms and going into the day in control, it's just gonna go after you. And so you're gonna have thoughts that you don't even wanna think. Oh, I'm broke. I'm in debt. Oh, this, that, whatever. I'm not a great leader. I'm not where I wanna be, and I'm never gonna get there. Different thoughts that creep into your head, oh, this person's not gonna like me. I was just at a men's retreat, shout out to Stephen LeDuc, just really helping me out with my mindset. And he's been my mindset coach, but also just life coach in general, helping me out on the spiritual side, emotional side, physical side, everything, business-wise, finance, faith, family, fitness, finance, the 4 F's. There's so much to life than just business. And so he's really helped me out a lot. But I just went to this retreat, and it talks about, there's this guy named Dr. Brewski. He's a dentist and super successful dentist. But one thing he said really resonated with me. And he said, a boy will always be a boy until he accepts that it doesn't matter what other people's opinions matter. Other people's opinions matter, don't matter. Honestly, that really hit me. I literally have my notes right here in front of me, and I'm pulling that quote up right now because, oh my gosh, it was insane. That, it really just blew my mind, to be honest, because that was it. It's true, honestly. like a boy, a boy will always say a boy if he's always living for other people's approvals. And oh my gosh, it's just so good. A boy does not become a man until he no longer fears disapproval. And a man does not become free until he no longer needs approval. And the reason that resonated with me so much is because I'm still maturing in a lot of ways. I'm 21 years old and I'm running a business that's doing about $60,000 a month. That's not take-home pay. That's just revenue that the business is doing, having the agency doing. But I tend to really want to care what other people think a lot. And literally, OPO, other people's opinions don't matter. Like I say that, but it's so easy to creep into my life when I'm not focused, when I'm not sitting down for 10, 20, even an hour, like long at a time, being able to process, getting ready for throughout the day. A boy will always stay a boy until he like accepts that he's not gonna please everybody. And like that's where I'm maturing a lot. And when you're a business owner, when you're a young entrepreneur, you gotta think about it this way. Like if you care about what other people think, the thoughts that other people think, if you're always worried about that, you're gonna be stuck. Like you're just gonna go like what I've experienced, because I've done this and I want to share with you. Like I really hope this is providing value to you, because it's not easy. I've had to learn the hard way. I had to like put so much money and literally go into debt because I cared about what other people think. Literally because I've gone in so many different directions. Oh, I'm trying to go this way. And I hear other people talking and I'm like, okay, well, then it starts going this way, this way, this way. And all of a sudden it's like, how did I end up here? A practical example is like I've identified as being a business owner. I've identified as being an entrepreneur, and that's what I've been wanting to be known as. And so it's like putting other priorities aside that are like literally ingrained in me, like that I want to have a great relationship with God. Like that's my number one priority. I want to have a great relationship with Bailey, my wife. But I've identified so much because other people have taught me like, oh, if you be like, whatever you do, you're business owner, like your business, like you're gonna be successful, you're gonna have status, people are gonna like you, you're gonna have a lot of money. And if you have a lot of money, people are gonna like you, you're gonna be happy and fulfilled. And so I've attached to that and like let these other priorities go sometimes. And it hasn't been good. And so I think the training this week was so good to be able to really see clearly of exactly where I want to go. There's clarity that's able to come out of chaos. Let me say that again. Clarity is able to come out of chaos and be literally it's able to come out of it. And what I mean by that is you can go through so much chaos, so much crazy things in life, but honestly, you can become more clear about what you want, because a lot of the things in the chaos is not stuff you want. So it's like, oh dang, this is what I want. And so one thing that I've been really like wanting to have more is a lot of love. I want to be known as abundant in love, giving, serving, being there for people, helping people, not after the money, the temporary fulfillment there, not having the business be my mistress, but rather like be both and. I can be a great husband and I can be a great business owner, but if you don't create boundaries, you're always gonna be a slave, whether that's business, whether that's finances, whether that's work, school, whether that's friendships, relationships, whatever it is. If you don't create boundaries, you're always gonna be a slave. And when that resonated with me, I'm like, dang, you guys probably know, like when there's somebody that's like, oh, I'm doing this for my family, I'm sacrificing so much, I'm working overtime, I'm not spending time with them because I'm gonna give them everything. Like honestly, that's not true, because what ends up happening, what I've seen a lot of times, the thing that I've really realized is that the same people that say that you have to sacrifice so temporarily for the long game are the same people who have broken marriages, the same people who are not like, honestly, like they literally are so captivated and so enslaved in the business that like there's no other like outside thing. There's no other like outside sources of like joy, fulfillment, happiness. Like it doesn't have to be all like happiness from business. Like you can go out and build your life and experience resume. Like you can go out, travel, explore the world. The reason why you're in business is so you can do other things. And obviously honestly love business. I love doing it, but at the same time, what I've realized is life is so short and can be taken so fast. It's literally a mist. Life is literally a mist. And if you constantly are pushing things off, it's just, you're gonna come to the end of your life and you're gonna be like, dang, I didn't do the things that I really wanted to. Like I was constantly told sacrifice, 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 and all of a sudden there's no freedom. And I'm wanting to go for freedom. I want to be able to build